Hey, welcome to High School Sports Talk. I'm Harry Bernstein. Today we're going to be talking about girls softball in our high schools. Come right back. And we're back. We're talking about softball. We're here at Kennedy High School. And we have sitting on my left, Rebecca Janeo. On my right, Kayla Coleman. And standing, Brianna Hindi. Ladies, thank you for coming down to share with us today. And I would like to start off by asking you about a recent game that I read in the newspaper that you had against Perth Amboy. That was a very interesting game. You guys were really down, and then you had an 11-run inning to turn it around. Start telling me about that game.
Well, I mean, we were down, but we had to pick each other up, and the only way to pick each other up is stick together and cheer each other on.
Is that what you were doing during that one inning? You just everybody was cheering. Everybody that went up the bat. Hey, come on, get a hit. Hey.
We started a rally and kept it going.
Yep.
Yeah.
Once everyone hit, literally everyone contributed to it, and we winded up with a victory. So
11 runs in one inning. That's crazy.
It was insane. My heart was like,
yeah.
Got a little nervous at the end when we were down. I was like, oh my God, we need these runs so badly.
It must have been an incredible feeling after the game to be down so much, almost get the game almost stopped because they were doing well for a while, and then you came back.
It was crazy, actually, considering I couldn't play that game because I was out with an injury. Watching them, they were all kind of down, and they picked each other up. Coming back, 11 runs, it was just so intense.
Now, you are a Yankee fan, am I
yes.
right? Do you miss Derek Jeter?
Yes, he was a terrific player. I miss him being out there, actually, watching him play.
Didi Gregorio, whatever his name is there, I mean, he can field. He's a pretty good fielder.
But it's just not the same.
It's not Derek. Yeah. Now, you're a Met fan. Do you give a darn about Derek Jeter playing? You don't care whether he's in there or not, right?
I understand he's a good player, but, you know, I got to stick with my Mets.
Are you happy with the new shortstop that they have in? Tejada's sitting down on a bench because he kind of blew it by not maybe trying hard enough. I don't know what he did a year or two ago, but your hopes for the team are good this year?
My hopes are looking up.
Looking up?
Always stay true to my Mets.
Now, you're an unusual person because you no, I mean that in a baseball sense. You root for both teams.
Yeah, I mean, like, when they're, like, playing each other, like, I'm just like, all right, like, I want both of them to win, and I don't know, it's like, I don't care, like, I'm New York.
You're a New York, you're a hometown fan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Question for you. Now, you pitch a little bit, and you're not a pitcher. Who owns the plate, home plate?
Of course, the pitcher does. Like,
I'm
doing everything in my power to not get you, like, on first base. So I'm going to pitch on the river, pitch, like, wherever I can in the strike zone to get you out.
Okay, and you disagree.
I think the hitter owns the plate, definitely.
So when you walk up there, this is my space.
Yep. You hit your pitch. You don't hit the pitcher's pitch.
There you go. And what do you feel about that?
I agree with Kayla with the pitcher. You throw whatever you can to have her miss and strike her out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you get your competitive spirit for this game?
I got it from my father, definitely, because he was the one that, like, stood with me and, like, he brought me into sports, and my mother was always there with me, and she's also very competitive, so I guess I got it from my parents.
Okay. Where'd you get your competitive baseball spirit?
Probably my dad. He's, like, worked with me and, like, made me, like, the player I am today. So definitely my dad.
Okay. And your competitive spirit?
But both of my parents. My dad's very competitive. He's been into softball. He actually played softball and baseball and everything. So did my mom. So both of them kind of contributed to it.
Okay. Could you give me a little understanding of your team this year? What's the goals and what's happening?
Well, we have 3 amazing seniors. And
well, that goes without saying. Yeah.
And we're like a young team. We have some freshmen playing with us and juniors. We don't have any sophomores, I think. So we're young and we're learning, but I'm really, like, optimistic about the season, and I know we're going to do great. And
Definitely.
I mean, we're doing pretty good so far, and I'm really happy with the results, so I can't wait to see what the rest of the season brings.
Okay. Now, what position do you play?
I play right field.
Right field. What skill are you working on right now that is most important to you in being an outfielder?
I guess taking better angles at the ball. I am, because if you go straight ahead, like, there's no chance of you getting it. So I guess I have to take better angles and get the ball better.
Okay. What's the hardest skill of being a pitcher? What's the skill that you're working on?
Not hitting so many batters and walking.
Oh, that is such a good thing not to do, right?
Yeah, I do that quite a bit.
They shouldn't lean in, though. I mean, it's
Exactly.
not your
Agreed.
fault.
Like, get out of
Am I
the
right?
way. Get out of the way.
Get out of the way.
But then it's easy. It's easy to get on that way. So
Gotta take one for the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, take one for the team, right. What is the skill that you really have to work on when you're out on the mound?
It's like getting them off balance, like throwing different pitches and like different speeds, so like to throw them off a lot. But
Yeah.
so that's really what I tried to do.
And how do you throw? Do you hold the ball
Yeah,
more
you
in your
grip it,
fingers?
You grip it like different ways. Like for changeup, I kind of like grip it like in a C shape,
Right.
and like fastball, just two seam. So like it contributes like the difference. The
rotation
Yeah.
of it and everything, yeah, and the way it spins.
Yeah.
And now, you pitch sometimes, and what position do you also play?
Second base.
Second base. So what's the skill? You have to work on the double play a lot.
Yeah.
Now, what's the trick to that? What's the skill that you got to work on with that?
Well, this is my first year of playing second base, so I have to get the footing right, like when they throw the ball from like third base to second and try to get it to first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that little flip, if it's to your right, you got to flip it to your right. If it's to your
Yeah.
left, you got to really spin. You're a right-handed person.
Yeah, I'm
You got to
right.
spin around and throw it. It's a whole
Yeah.
special deal doing that. What is your position again?
Right field.
Right field. Okay, so you don't have to worry about double plays, but you got to worry about catching it, and getting it in. Well, there's a lot of tagging up and
Yeah.
running to
Yeah,
the
there's
next
a
base.
lot.
Yeah.
Because the bases are a little bit shorter
Yeah.
than in regular
There's a
baseball,
lot.
so
Yeah.
you really got to get that ball in. So that, yeah. What surprised you most about yourself this year when you got out there on the baseball field? Do you find you're doing something a little bit better, or you find that there's a new challenge in your particular skills that you have to do? Anything surprise you?
Definitely that I played left field last year, so I was used to like a lot of balls coming at me.
Oh.
And now like I'm right field, I'm just sitting there like waiting for them, and like I'm really anxious for them. So like
It looks
yeah.
different coming off the bat.
It
now.
definitely
Yeah,
does.
that's a big change from left to right. How about you pitching? Any new surprises for you on the mound? You're hitting less people, or
No, I mean I actually like hit like someone I think like each game, so I really gotta work on that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
compared to like last year, like my hitting has been so much better, and I'm getting on pretty much like almost every time, and I haven't struck out yet, so knock on wood. But
Okay.
so my hitting has definitely improved.
Did you notice when the other team wears a plate of armor when they come up that they don't want to be hit? Is that what got your attention?
I know it's not like I don't try to, it just happens, and then like I'm like, damn.
You
like,
own the inside of the plate.
exactly.
Yeah, that's
Get
what
out of
I'm
the
saying.
way, like.
That's it. What surprised you this year? Second base, let's say. Anything?
Well, I actually played outfield last year, so coming onto the infield, learning a new position.
Comes
is
quick.
tough. Yeah.
Ball comes quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ladies, what does this make you think of?
it just makes me feel that a girl can do anything a guy can do. She's pitching in the Little League baseball.
Yeah, World Series.
Yeah.
Okay. What does
Like-
this make you think of?
It's incredible that like we can like do such thing. Like I played baseball when I was younger, and like I didn't want to like quit and do softball. So it's just like it makes me really happy that like girls can still do that. And like I hate when guys are like, "Oh, girls can't play baseball."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh nope, she just proves that yes
There
we
you go.
can,
There you go.
and we will dominate.
Yes, we will.
And we will dominate. I like that. Cool. What does this make you think of?
Well, it shows that girls can do anything, like they said before. And just like if you put your heart into it, she has been playing for a long time, and she's going against all odds, and it doesn't look like she's fearing them at all.
Dedication
She's doing her
right there.
thing.
Yeah. Very cool. And by the way, there's a woman from Colonia, lives in Colonia. She's in her 80s, but she's partly responsible for Title IX, which made it mandated that all girls sports, everything the guys play, the girls will play. Lives right here in Colonia. I want to thank you all for sharing with us, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back with another team. Don't go away.
Today is Saturday. Salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw a ball Thursday. Water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday. Let's move Monday, swap us next Sunday.
60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
And we're back. We're here at Colonia High School. We're talking to members of the Patriots girls softball team. I have on my left Jillian Mizak, third baseman, and Kate Brannigan, shortstop. Welcome to the show, ladies. Jillian, what is the skill that you're working on when you're up at bat? What are you thinking about? What's helping you hit that ball the way you want to? You want to hit a line drive somewhere?
Oh yeah, always a line drive.
Line drive.
Coach Serrano always says make sure it's a line drive and not a pop-up.
Okay.
I'm thinking just head down to keep your eye on the ball, because once you pop up your head, you're popping up the ball. It's an easy out.
So in other words, you want to keep your
Chin down.
level or down, actually.
Yeah, chin down so your hands go straight to the ball.
Oh, okay. What skill are you working on when you're either batting or fielding? What do you want to talk about, fielding or batting?
Well, when I'm batting, I'm focused on not thinking, overthinking what I'm doing, because usually I catch myself always trying to do more than what I should be doing, which is just trying to get on base, and that really can mess you up sometimes.
Now, how do you mean? Do you mean you're thinking about 5 different things, elbow in,
Yeah,
chin down, everything, 5 things going on?
Yeah, I'm too focused on trying to make sure everything's right rather than just doing, playing the game, which can really get in your head.
So let it just happen, kind of thing. Yeah. All right. What about superstitions? Do you have any superstitions?
As a team, before the game during warm-ups, we have a 206 sign. It's for how far the outfield is, and every time we run to it, we have to touch it. But then personally, up to bat, I have to do a certain routine.
What is that routine?
I swing and then stretch my arms and make a line across the home plate to make sure my feet are lined up.
With the bat or with your foot? With the bat.
Yeah.
And if you don't do that, you're not going to feel
I feel
right.
off. Yeah, I feel so off.
All right. What about you? You have any superstitions out there?
Yeah, before every at-bat, I make sure, I don't wear batting gloves, so before every at-bat, I make sure I pick up dirt and I rub it, and then I go up to hit.
Okay, now where'd you learn that? Did you watch that on TV or somebody in your family, or you just did it?
My travel team, I used to wear batting gloves. I wouldn't be able to play without at least one batting glove, but my travel team, I stopped wearing them because my favorite pair, ripped. So then...
Wait, they ripped, so you never went out and got another pair?
I didn't want another pair.
Oh, okay.
So, I needed something, so I would just start picking up dirt so my hands weren't, just regular. I needed something to grip it.
Right. Okay, so so if there isn't a lot of dirt there, you just kick it up with your foot or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now, you all just had a 10-9 victory recently over North Brunswick. Tell me a little bit about that game from your perspective.
We played them our first game of the season, and we beat them 3-0. So when we were playing them again, we went in there hoping to beat them again. So we started off rough a little bit, but we came back and ended up taking the victory.
Right. And how'd you feel about that game?
I felt the same way. They definitely put the pressure back on us because they obviously wanted to come back and beat us, but we weren't going to let it happen. We made sure we had our competition, fielding, batting, and everything. They were a tough team after.
Okay. Now, describe game day for me. What are you doing game day that's different than a normal day?
Game day is just more exciting. You have something to look forward to after school or even waking up on a weekend. It's just, I love being with my team. My team is, my best friend. So, game day is just a fun day for everyone. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you have to be focused, but it's just good to be with them.
Right. What's game day like for you, Kate?
It's you're more focused, and then on the bus we have this routine where 5 minutes before we get there, we're silent, focusing on what we're going to be doing and how we're going to play, and just to get ourselves in the mode.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What about home plate? Who owns home plate when you're up at bat? Is it you? The pitcher thinks the pitcher owns that plate. Do you think you own it, or do you recognize that the pitcher thinks that she owns it?
I think I own it. Just like bad pitches.
I mean, you went to all the trouble of putting dirt on your hands.
Yeah.
Pitcher's just waiting for you to come in. Come on.
But you can get rid of the bad pitches. Like, I just feel like you're in control the whole time. Like, if you don't like it, obviously you have to protect the plate because the umpire is in the end in charge. But like overall, I think we're the ones who can control what we want to do with our bat.
What pitch are you looking for to hit?
High outside is my pitch.
High outside? Okay, we won't tell anybody. Okay. What are you looking for when you get up there at home plate? Do you own home plate, or does the pitcher?
Yeah, I own home plate.
You own it. Okay, you got your routine. You're drawing your line. You're showing the pitcher what you draw on the line. This is my space.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just feel like you're the offense team. You want to put the ball in play and make them make the errors so you can get on base.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Now, you had an answer for me. I mentioned to you earlier about if you had dinner, if you could have dinner with any person in history, living or dead, past or present, athlete, non-athlete, who would it be? What would you talk about? Why would you pick that person? Who would it be?
Well, I would choose a band, and that's Florida Georgia Line. That is my all-time favorite band in the whole world. And
you would have dinner with the whole
band?
The
whole
band.
Okay. I would talk about just telling them how much I admire them and that, like, I'd want to go to every single concert they ever had.
And why do you like that band better than all other bands?
I'm a country music fan, and like my family has always been country music fans, and I've just grown to fall in love with them. Like, that's all I listen to.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you watching any of the Voice or American Idol or anything?
Sometimes.
Okay.
It's hard to get into, but when my parents do, I do.
Blake Shelton, one of your fans, or
yeah, he's all right.
Melissa Lambert?
Nothing like Florida Georgia Line, but they're okay.
Oh, okay, okay. What's the best part of being on a softball team?
The teammates. I love my girl. Like, they're my team. They're my best friends. I always look forward to seeing them every day and talking to them, whether it's softball related, school related, anything.
Okay. Best part for you?
Well, for the most part, like, we've all been playing together for so long, and like this has been like 10 years that we've all been playing softball together.
Really? 10 years?
All of us travel, like, on the Colonia Cyclones, and like we've just been together everywhere. So like, this is our last year with them.
Where does the Cyclones practice? On
the
middle
same
school
field?
Same field there?
Mm-hmm.
How do you like the new fields? Are you playing?
No,
we don't play.
Oh, you're on.
We're at Colonia Middle.
You're
still.
at Colonia Middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the field's nice there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love our
Yeah.
field.
Yeah. Oh, so you've been over there for years then?
Ever.
Yeah. Yeah. Not forever. I mean, you started when you were 5 or something?
Oh, I played t-ball since I was 5.
No, really?
Yeah.
I was kidding. 5 years old.
Yeah.
Wow, cool. That's fantastic. Well, let me ask you as a final question here. Here's a picture. What does this mean to you? This is the young lady who was that fantastic pitcher who actually, they came in second, but they wound up winning because the Chicago team that won was eliminated. They had some kids that were older than they were supposed to be. And she could throw the ball 70 miles an hour. And she was on a boys' team, but she could play. What does this mean to you?
I think it means determination, because to play at a sport that's not typically for a girl, I mean, baseball and softball are pretty similar in their ways, but to throw a different type of ball, type of pitching, I think it just takes determination to be that successful as a girl baseball player.
Okay. What does it mean to you?
I think that she's very confident because, like, at that age especially, like, there's always been, like, a difference between boys and girls. Like, boys always think that, like, they're, like, more above a female player, and I think it's just good for her to show that, like, she can come out a winner against all these boys.
Well said. Okay, ladies, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Keep on keeping on. Have a good rest of the season. Thanks for sharing with us. And folks, we'll be right back with another team. Don't go away.
She got her daddy's buggy and he said to go straight to the beach. Straight to the beach. First she hit the library where the cool book books are always in reach. Always in reach. She brought a number of friends, and they're buzzing cause they love to read. Love to read. Go catch the reading bug at your local library. Catch the reading bug at your local library. Catch the reading bug at your local library today.
And we're back. We're here at Woodbridge High School in a beautiful new locker room under the stadium. And we're talking about girls softball. And we have Coach Amanda Small. Thank you for coming down, Coach. And we have one of your pitchers, Carly Kiersgaard. Thank you for joining us. What do you do on game day? What's game day like for you? What's your routine when you get up in the morning?
Game day, I'm just focusing on who my opponent is, what I might know, like background information, how I have to pitch to certain batters, and just thinking about my strategy of how I'm going to pitch to them. Okay, and Coach, how do you get this information about a team? I mean, is there a sharing of coaches so that you can say, yes, this girl is somebody that likes it high and outside? How do you find that out?
Well, we can go online and track batting averages and hits and everything like that, but a good majority of the players our team plays with outside of high school in travel league, so they know a lot of their opponents.
Oh, okay. So you've been playing for quite a while.
Yes.
As a pitcher, who owns home plate? You or the batters?
I have to say your pitcher does, because she's going to know where she's pitching the ball. Your batter might not, unless they're going to pick up on the catcher's position, but otherwise your pitcher kind of has a good idea of where that ball is supposed to go, whereas your batter probably won't.
Okay. And where did you get your competitive spirit growing up?
I grew up, my mom was actually a pitcher for Woodbridge High School, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So she kind of taught me how to be competitive, you know, how to shake off an inning, and a lot of that came from her.
And what's the hardest part of being a pitcher? What's the most difficult thing you have to do out there?
Probably remembering everything as you're kind of just sitting there pitching away. You have to remember, you know, where the last batter hit. You know, if you give up a home run, you have to know like where that pitch was. You have to know when you didn't hit your spot. So I think memory is kind of a really hard part with pitching, just knowing what you're doing and remembering the past and bringing it to what you're doing at that moment.
And as a coach, you can't really shout things out to her on the mound. Next batter up likes it low and inside. You can't shout that out because then the batter knows what you're talking about. So she's just got to really remember all this, I guess.
Well, our assistant coach gives out signs, pitching signs, so we call where the pitches are going to be located, and we'll help our fielders out, and we'll shout out to them where if they got a hit, where the ball was hit, to be paying attention. This way they have some sort of idea of what's going on in the field.
I see. What's your favorite pitch?
Probably curve.
Curveball. And how do you, is there a specific way you hold a softball to, I mean, in baseball we kind of, but how do you do it? How do you make it curve?
You just have to know that your fingers are on the laces the right way. You have to know, you know, there's a whole bunch of different pitches with, you know, 2-seam, 4-seam, just all about the seams. And for a softball, because you're pitching windmill, it's so different because your wrist has to work in these different places, your whole shoulder, your strides. But when you're pitching, it's mainly your fingers and wrists, which seems small, but makes a really big difference.
Yeah, okay. What about a pregame meal? What do you do? What do you eat or not eat?
Well,
do you have any superstitions about that?
I'm really simple with what I eat. So usually I'll eat a sandwich, maybe some grapes or something beforehand. But I wouldn't say I have any like rituals. I focus again like on my competition and whatnot. But that's basically it. I just have focus, mindset, and go for it.
Okay. As a coach, do you have any superstitions on game day for the various sports that you coach?
There's always superstitions. Do I say what they are? No, because most of the time they're crazy or little things, but just preparation, making sure everything's ready to go, making sure everybody's there.
Okay, all right. Look at all the details and make sure they get done, basically, yeah. If you could have dinner with any athlete, living or dead, past or present, who would it be? Why would you pick that person? What would you talk about?
I think I would pick Derek Jeter. I'm a diehard Yankees fan, so I'd probably pick him. Knowing that he was the captain of a team, I would just want to know, you know, how he does it and how he stays focused on the team more than himself, because he always just contributed to the team more before himself. So I would just be interested in how he did it.
Does it seem the same watching the team now with a fellow by the name of D.D. playing shortstop and no Derek?
I don't think it's the same.
That's not the same, right? You feel the same way?
Not the same.
Yeah. He was always there. I bet you he could still play, too.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know, wow. So, well, tell me a little bit about the team. Are they doing the things you want? Are they getting the skills that you're working on with them at this point?
Yes, they are. It's a new year. We're young. It's a new program. They're really anticipating every day of something new and bringing something different to the table, and they're really sticking with it and listening and taking everything in this year.
Okay. And when you're out on the mound and everything clicks the way you've wanted it to, what does it feel like?
It feels really great because you know what you're working on in practices. You know what you're struggling with. You know what your good things are that you're doing as you're pitching. So I think when it all clicks, you know that, wow, that was really great. I worked on that before, and seeing it work and being successful, that feels really great.
Does your mom come out and watch you pitch sometimes, or is she working during the day and can't see your games?
No, she comes to every game.
And is that okay for you? That
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I love it.
Does she give you tips too, having been a pitcher?
I think she just gives me tips overall as a ball player. I wouldn't necessarily say pitching, but just keeping me focused and knowing like my strong points, and when, you know, if I'm like distracted or if, you know, something's not going right, she'll tell me, you know, get back in it, and that really helps.
And as far as batting, what's the latest thing with softball players and batting? I mean, I guess, are they keeping their arms in close, which seems to be what's happening in baseball lately, more elbows in? In the old days, the elbows used to be out, or is it whatever they've grown up with and are comfortable with?
Everybody's different. We can't make everybody, we can't computer generate everybody to have the same swing. So it's whatever they feel more comfortable with, but we work with them to make the adjustments with it.
Right, right. So, Yankees prediction for this year? Pitching could be good. CC seems to be okay. Tanaka his elbow seems to be okay.
Hope he lasts.
Pineda, what do you think about hitting?
We need something.
Yeah.
We need a playoff run this year. We need some Yankee baseball in October.
The division might be a little not so strong, so the Yankees might have an opportunity to get into the playoffs, really, right? And crosstown, pitching staff they got, wow, pretty good.
They're coming along.
Yeah.
Subway Series, maybe?
Oh, that would be exciting. Wouldn't that be something? Oh, man. Do you remember?
2000, right?
Yeah. It was pretty good, except the Yankees had a way better team. Yeah. Well, thank you both for sharing. Good luck the rest of the way to the Barron softball team. And thanks, everybody, for watching. My name is Harry Bernstein. This is High School Sports Talk. And we'll catch you again next time. Make it a great day.